Coach Manu before. It was tough watching the match against Japan. What have you guys learned? What have you been working towards against England coming up this week?
You're right. Exactly right. It was a pretty tough game to watch. We prepared really well last week, and we went out there. We want to win the game, but obviously things didn't work out in our way, and it shows the standards and the level Japan's at. They put a lot of pressure on us, and when we start making errors and crucial time of the game, so we have to adapt fast. We still have a big game this week, and England is our last game, and we need this qualification for the next World Cup. So we're looking forward to this challenge, and I know our boys are pretty disappointed. And the good thing about it, we've got another week to get it right.
Coach, Theo plays for Surrey, Steven and Chris for Bristol. Do you have already discussed with him about England players and English games?
I guess most of our players are here play here in Europe, and they know these players and they know their strength and their weakness. So, and most of these guys are, they're part of the planning, and they sort of help up our coaches as well what we need to work on this week. So, yeah. So I guess these young players are looking forward to it, and especially this big challenge we have this week.
You have already played in England, yes, with South Sharks.
Sorry, mate, I didn't know.
What are you expecting about this English team?
The England team is a good. They're on top for a reason. They are probably the best team in the comp, and slowly I think they pick at the right time. And especially this competition it's not a 100-meter race. It's a marathon, and I guess the English really slowly got things right, got their game right at the moment, and I believe they're one of the best teams. And that doesn't mean that we can't beat them. Us Samoan team, when it comes on the day, if we get our things right, our game right, we can beat any team. But in terms of here in England, yes, the English rugby is more set piece, kicking game. And obviously we want to play a good brand of game, a style of game that we want to bring out this week. And we want to make sure that we showcase the way we play for this last game.
We talked about kicking game. Do you think that could be the key of the match?
As you can see, the World Cup is a lot of kicking. And probably a lot of teams are scared to run. You probably, all these penalties, red card, yellow cards. So, and now it's all about winning most of these teams. So kicking will be probably a start of something. And a lot of teams they only kick when there's no options. But at the moment, it's like as an attack as well.
Jonathan, same question for you. Do you think kicking game could be the key of the game, and do you prefer to kick a lot and to receive a lot of talent of George Ward, Owen Farrell or Marcus Smith?
Yeah, 100%. We talked a lot about the kicking game, and especially for the English team, they use it as an attacking weapon, like Coach said. So for us, especially our backfield and everyone else, just got to be on. So.
Do you have already discussed about that with Christian and Duncan, for example?
Yeah, we talked about it, especially this morning. We talked about it heaps. That we just got to be able to adapt and be able to put up our own kicks as well and turn into an attacking weapon for us.
In New Zealand, you played with some experienced players such as P.T. Perenara, Damian McKenzie, and Rod Weber. What have they learned to you about these important and tough games?
I think just one thing I learned from all three of them, that's how to counter pressure. So pressure to some people can be bad, but you can also make it a positive thing. So just playing under pressure, that was one thing I picked up from them. And as you can see, I'm always smiling. So that's just one way for me to deal with pressure, just walk towards it smiling.
Is it special for you to play in big stadiums with a lot of people?
Yeah, it's pretty surreal. So I really enjoyed it. Obviously, there's pressure out there, but when everyone's on the same page, it's easier for us just to go out there and perform. And, yeah.
You seem to be a very dynamic scrum half. You often try to accelerate the game. Do you try to accelerate the game versus England, or do you will play a lot with your forwards?
There's obviously going to be a lot of kicking, so hopefully I can manage a little bit of that on both sides of the ball, and we'll try to play to our speed to pull back a little bit.
You didn't really develop your back games with your teammates versus Japan and versus Argentina, but you try to do this in second half versus Japan. What would be the problem to play with the back during all the match?
Yeah, I think for us, we just have to have a good start, and I think that's pretty important. That our second half it's always good, but it's like a wake up call in the first half. So I think if we just connect as a unit before we go out, have that great start and go off from there.
Just to discuss about that, do you know now you are all around the world, you're very famous for your haircuts?
Yeah, it's coming off after this.
So I want to know, why did you choose this haircut?
Well, it's sort of my thing. Like every time I play for Samoa, every year I always dye my hair. But I just happened to have the mullet at the time, so I had to dye the mullet. So yeah.
Go on Google, type in Jiraiya from Naruto. He's a cartoon character. He's JT's favourite anime. He's got a son named after him. So if you look up Jiraiya on Google, you'll find he looks exactly like this gonna be.
One day, could you try to have the same haircut?
Nah.
And you're a coach.
Yeah. JT, how do you rate your performance during the match against Japan? The reason why I'm asking this is because I am sure you know, and the team knows of how much troll there was afterwards. But you personally, after the game on social media, what's your reaction to that, and how do you rate yourself during the match?
Time William or Christian. It was pretty tough. I mean, us 40 players, especially for our country, we're not out there to muck around or put in 50% of effort. We're always out there to win and represent our families and that, as much as we can. So I guess I made a few mistakes, and obviously that didn't help the team. So we just have to cop that and move on.
What would you say to people that have been singing praises and whatnot on social media, guys? Especially your hip-hop.
Yeah. I've seen that. I guess when everything goes right, they're happy with it. But so yeah, we just got to put up with it.
If you're starting this week, what kind of performance would our people be looking forward to from you?
I'm not going to change much from the way I play. I mean, that's just how I am, and I'm over here for a reason because of the way I play. So I'm not going to change much. Hopefully, no yellow cards. Yeah.
Better than you. Just keep it like yellow.
Keep that yellow.
But I have a question about Theo McFarlane. He's doing a great World Cup. Are you surprised to that?
Theo McFarlane. I'm not surprised. You know, you can see he's an athlete. You know, and he had about 6 months off from rugby. He has an injury, and he's been training really hard and working really hard to put a good performance out in the world stage. But obviously things didn't work out our way, And you know, this kid has got a lot of talent, and I can see he's gonna be a really successful rugby player in the future for us.
And do you think his basketball career could help him in some situations?
Exactly. You know, playing basketball, as you can know, you got to jump higher, and he's got really good skills up in the air, and obviously you utilise that a lot during the game. You know, and it's good to see. You know, a local kid come from Samoa. 2 years ago, he was a DJ working, trying to earn his living, and the opportunity that he had, and he took it in two hands.
Before the World Cup, someone said to me, he is a very private person. Do you agree with that? Private person.
He's a quiet guy. He always kept to himself, and as you know, any quiet person, they always got a spicy side of it. So he's the nicest guy off the field, and comes on the field, you don't want to know him.
Sama, you scored 2 tries versus Chile, 1 versus Argentina. So were you disappointing to don't score a try versus Japan?
Nah, like we said before, you know, it's a team sport. It's not, we're not boxers, we're not golfers. We play rugby. It's a team sport. So full credit to the boys. When one person scores, we all score. So I'm happy with that.
More could be a good opportunity for you to score try versus England for you and the team, of course.
What's the question?
The mall could be a good way to score try versus England.
Yeah, look, like you saw, you know, earlier, you've seen it in the Japan game, you've seen it twice, 3 times in the Chile game. You know, we've got a good attacking maul, we're going to try to use it as a weapon this week. But yeah, like I said, whoever's at the back of the maul puts the ball down, that's a reflection of, you know, all the boys doing their job, and I think that's going to be a big theme for us this week, especially in the forwards, just making sure that we all nail our individual roles. So whether it's me, whether it's Fritz, whether it's Geordie, someone else at the back that scores a try, it's going to be a reflection of the forwards doing their job and fronting up against England.
You played with your club in United States. Life is very different versus United States and France. And do you enjoy Montpellier, Toulouse, and the cities you visited with the World Cup?
Yeah, not a bad thing to say about France. Yeah, all the boys had a good time. Had a weekend away to spend with our families and regather after the loss against Japan. But yeah, as a whole, France is a beautiful country. Got some stories, but we'll save that for another time.
Like last week in Toulouse, you were with your family. Is it important to see your family during the World Cup?
Yeah, 100%. I think the Russo would know how important family is in our culture. And the boys sitting next to me, family is a very important part of Samoan culture. So, you know, it's as hard as it is for the boys to be away from their families for a long period of time. Every time we get to see our families and reconnect with them, it just reminds us of the reasons why we do what we do.